The badge was cold when she pressed it into my palm. Plastic, cheap, white. Black letters screamed the word before I even looked down. Housekeeper. For a moment, the music drowned out everything else. Crystal glasses chimed. Laughter rose and fell like waves against marble. 370 people in tailored suits and borrowed. Confidence moved around me like I was furniture. My wife laughed. Not nervous, not apologetic, amused. Food's for family, she said, already turning away. There was no chair with my name on it, because my name wasn't there anymore. I stood behind the table as servers placed, silver domes over plates I would never touch. Her mother watched me from across the room, lips thin, satisfied. This wasn't a mistake. It was choreography. That's when I understood. This wasn't humiliation. It was execution. Slow, public, ceremonial. I felt something loosen inside my chest. Not pain. Precision. I slipped my wedding ring off, held it between my fingers, and set it down on the linen tablecloth. The sound was barely audible, but silence spread anyway. They thought they'd put me in my place. They had no idea what I was about to do. 3 weeks earlier, the first crack appeared. Not in her words, in her timing. She'd started coming home later, always smelling faintly of citrus and someone else's cologne. Her phone never left her hand. Face down, locked, breathing like a live animal. I told myself it was the gala, the planning, her mother's obsession with appearances. Wealth doesn't make people calm, it makes them paranoid. Still, there were looks. Between her and him, the event coordinator, a man who spoke too softly and smiled too quickly. Their eyes met a second too long. Their laughter arrived too early. I noticed because I was trained to notice patterns. That's what she forgot. I didn't accuse. I didn't ask. I watched. I memorized. Denial is loud. Truth is quiet. I began collecting silence. Phone records first. Not messages. Those were wiped clean. Metadata doesn't lie when people do. Then receipts. Hotels booked under aliases that weren't clever enough. A second phone hidden in the trunk of her car, wrapped in a scarf I bought her last winter. I never touched it. I didn't need to. I already knew. At night, she slept facing away from me. Her breathing changed when I moved. She flinched when I kissed her shoulder, like someone bracing for a question they don't want to answer. Inside me, something coiled tighter every day. Not rage. Focus. I smiled at dinners. Paid for fittings. Approved guest lists. I helped plan the night they would try to erase me. The truth arrived in an email. A forwarding error. One careless click from a woman who thought she was untouchable. Photos, messages, plans. They weren't hiding love. They were hiding logistics. How to move money. How to move influence. How to move me out of the way. Her mother was CC'd. I printed everything. Placed it in a folder. Black, leather, discreet. I didn't confront her. I scheduled the party. Back in the ballroom, eyes followed the ring like it was radioactive. My wife finally looked at me. Really looked? Confusion first, then recognition, then fear. I picked up the microphone meant for speeches and charity numbers. My voice didn't shake. Before dinner, I said, there's been a misunderstanding. Her mother stood. I raised a hand. I funded this event. I own the company underwriting it. And I'm the sole investor in the firm coordinating it. The coordinator froze. I opened the folder. Effective immediately, I continued. Your contracts are terminated. Accounts frozen. Assets reverted. I turned to my wife. You knew that, I said softly. You just forgot who I was. Gasps rippled. She reached for me. I stepped back. Keep the badge, I added. It's the last thing here that belongs to you. Security moved. Not toward me, toward them. Her mother collapsed into a chair that suddenly existed. My wife's face crumpled. Not from love lost, from control. I walked out before dessert. Didn't look back. I didn't need to. The truth had already finished the job. Now, weeks later, I sit alone in an apartment with no photos on the walls. No shared history pretending to be decoration. I feel lighter, not happy. Clear. They wanted to strip me of my seat, so I removed myself from the table entirely. And that's the thing about power. You don't feel it when you're begging to keep it. You feel it when you walk away and leave them choking on the silence you used to fill. I don't wear a ring anymore. My hands are steady. And I never clean up after people who mistake my patience for permission.